Hey friends, Dr. Rob here. Hope you're doing great. I am so excited about this week's training. You know what it's going to be about? 5 minutes. That's all it is, 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day you can work on your weaknesses. Not only just work on them, I mean, we could work on them in 30 seconds a day, but in 5 minutes a day with only that kind of work, you can turn your weaknesses into strengths. Why would I say that? Hey, this is from one of my favorite Harvard Business Review authors, a guy named Joseph Greene. Anything you see written by him, you got to read it. Why? He's so brilliant. He breaks down not only all the research, but then he puts it into practical steps. And when he came up with this article, I thought, oh, that is so true. Well, what happened in the article? Well, they found out this: 97% of us can identify some weakness in our life that might even be a career-limiting weakness. Yet only 10% of us are actually willing to do something about it, to put in any work. And so what he's trying to do is say, how can we get more people to work on some of these weaknesses? Well, one of the first things that he discovered is that these weaknesses, they don't happen all the time. It's not like we're walking around as weak people. They happen in just these, what he calls crucial moments. But what I want to call is figure out when it happens. Just figure out when it happens. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose that I go to my boss and I say, you know what, I really need some more resources for our team so that we can deliver what you're asking us to deliver. Well, the whole idea of me confronting my boss and asking for that, that's going to freak me out. I'm going to be emotional about it. I'm going to be up the night before trying to figure out what to say, how to do it. And then I'm going to go to my boss and I'm going to hope it's going to go well. With that type of thing, that emotional event that's going to happen in my life, that's a weakness for me because I don't like confronting people, okay? If that's an identified weakness in my life, now all of a sudden, I know, but it's only going to happen during those short few minutes when I have that conversation with them. So all you have to do is be excellent in those 4 or 5 minutes and you're good to go. And so it really doesn't take that much time, but it does take some practice. And that's number 2. First of all is identify the critical moments. Second of all is you have to practice that ahead of time. How do you practice it? Well, the number one thing that you can do is figure out a win-win scenario. And it always starts by coming up with a point of agreement. You know, my old boss, John Maxwell, he did a lesson once that I remember still to this day. And he calls it the 101% solution. And he says sometimes when you're in disagreement, just find that 1% that you do agree on and start from there and go all the way from there to 100%. It can happen, but you have to kind of get on the same team and want to work together. So if I have to confront my boss, maybe I'm going to start off with something like this. Hey, you know what? I am so thankful for where our team has come and the progress that we've made. In large part, that's due to you and helping us get the resources that we need to get this far. But right now we're at the place where we can actually take it up and do better as a team, but I'm going to need some more resources. I'd like to share that with you. Would that be possible? As soon as I say it that way, the guy's going to be like, he's feeling good all of a sudden. He helped us get there. I'm happy with him. And then I ask the question, may I share that with you? He's going to go, yeah, sure. Let's talk about that. He wants to lean in. He wants to be part of the solution all of a sudden. Well, what happens is you have to practice that ahead of time, and you really have to practice on live subjects. You can't just set up a teddy bear and say, hi, teddy bear, can we have a talk about this, or look in the mirror or something like that. Even if it's one of your kids or a colleague or a spouse or a friend or one of your team members, practicing it a couple of times and then asking them, how did that feel? Did it feel abrupt? What about this? And make sure that you're kind of getting it nailed down. Taking that opportunity to talk and to practice that out loud. And now you're going to have much more confidence during that time. So the first thing is identify those crucial moments. Second thing is getting some practice in with real life people around what you're doing. And the way you get the practice in, remember, find something right up front that's good that you can both agree on and then move from there into what you really want. And then the third thing is you have to recognize this is an emotional event. There are some negative emotions that are attached to all of our weaknesses. Anywhere we have a weakness, there's negatives. I'm not very good at that. And so what we do is as soon as I know that there's something I'm not good at, I don't want to do it. I want to shy away. I want to get out of there. So those negative emotions that are attached to it, you have to be able to overcome those, or they're going to jump back up like they have in the past and really mess you up. How do you get over it? Really, it's only one question. Just ask yourself, what is it that I really want? You can't take it from the, I'm not good at this, I have failed in the past, I don't feel good about asking. You take all of those things and they're in this emotional, subjective realm. You have to take it and objectify, make it objective, not emotional. Ask one question, what is it that I really want? Well, I want these resources. Why? To help our team to do even better in the future. Great. So now all of a sudden, it's not this big emotional thing, it's an objective thing, and I've taken the emotions out of the picture. Again, during that practice time, even before going into practice, realize this is an emotional event, and I need to be able to take those the emotions out of it. You'll never get all of them out, but what you can do is all of a sudden say, I believe passionately about this, but I'm not going to react emotionally. As soon as you start acting emotionally, or I do, the other person starts feeling unease as well. So instead, if we can identify those few minutes, practice ahead of time, getting them on the team, and then limiting the emotions because we've asked ourselves, what is it that I really want here? That's going to help you to really, really work on that weakness in only 5 minutes a day. Hey, I hope that's helpful for you. And I want to offer a freebie this week that's unbelievable in this area. One of the greatest books ever written on overcoming some of the things that are limiting in your life to help you get to the next level. It's by Marshall Goldsmith. I mean, he's the executive coach to the superstars of the industry. Marshall Goldsmith is the best, and he wrote a fascinating book, probably his best book ever, and that's called What Got You Here Won't Get You There. What got you here won't get you there. If you're watching this, then you're already a leader or somebody who aspires to leadership. And so you're probably doing better than most of your peers. But what got you to this level isn't going to get you to the next level. And so I want to give you this 3-page book summary from Marshall Goldsmith on what got you here won't get you there. That's free to you this week. All you have to do is jump down below where it says to download the freebie, and that will get into your mailbox right away. Hey, this is Dr. Rob at LeaderTribe. Anything I can do to serve you, I'm ready to do it. I love having a tribe of people where we can grow together. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.